Over here at Next Level Guitar, and we're easing our way into this lesson because we want to cram as much information into this as possible. This is one of my absolute favorite styles of guitar playing. Again, obviously another inspired by lesson today, and we're going to mess around in the key of A. We're going to do a blues, and we're going to cover as much style and get as many style points as we possibly can. So, hey everybody, please do me the biggest favor of all. All you got to do is click on this link that you see below in that YouTube text box. You knew I was going to say it. It's full of so much good information, and all you got to do is click on that link. What will you get? You're going to get a free ebook. You're going to get a lesson that is not available on YouTube. That coinciding ebook, great scale shapes, chord diagrams, all the info that you need. You know it, and all you got to do is just click that link. Let's just talk about that first riff that I was doing. We just want to get that feel. Going on there that are a little bit outside of tradition that are really, really fun to play. And I've got fingers going on over here that I'm using that you might not notice. So let's pay attention to this really quick, and then we'll go ahead and continue on through this riff. Starting with the high E string, and I'm playing it with my third finger. I hit that open, I immediately fret with my middle finger on the D, and then I'm going to play an A chord, and what's going to happen is I'm going to strike the B string, I'm going to slide from the first fret, I'm holding the shape of an A chord, and it's going to take me right in. And I can get into that traditional kind of, what we say, like maybe a Jimmy Reed kind of vibe. Grooving on that, and it's a nice little template to work off of, so we could start building in some of these other stylish licks that you hear from this band and from these guitar players. So what's really kind of nice within this is we want to take it and we want to think of, well, let's talk about a major pentatonic kind of a lick here. We're going to take really easy, kind of going to get a little bit of mix of major and minor, but right now we're going to start with this idea. Now I love these kind of licks. They're short statements and they're really, really poignant in their idea. They get right to the, they get right to it, and they really set up whatever instrument you're playing with or accompanying. So right here I'm starting on an A. I'm gonna do a quick little upstroke with my right hand, but I'm hammering from C to C sharp. Just a nice little classic lick. Now I'm going to rake into that, and I'm going to slide up to the 10th fret. This is resolving me from a G to an A. Of course, I had my there, so now I'm getting right in. Here's another really fun idea. We're going to just hammer from the 8th fret to the 9th fret. That's another C to C sharp, and I'm going to resolve to that A. Pulled it off the fretboard. That happens sometimes too. Really simple lick, but in the context of playing a little bit of rhythm and throwing in a solo, you kind of get that style. Right to that 4 chord, and it just gives you a really simple idea that kind of grooves on there. I think more importantly, maybe what we could do in this lesson is talk about some of the things that just can't be missed. Some of those things, not so much even solo ideas, but ways to manipulate the rhythm that are really, really fun. So you could do, let's outline that 1, 4, 5 in some intervals. right? We gotta have that in there. So there we go. Look at that. And the way that I execute these is I use my pick for the 4th string, and I'm using my middle finger on the B string. So that's a great way. You can really build some tension with those and have some fun moving that around. What's cool, we take that as we can kind of use those intervals and have that play off the 1 chord. We could do the same thing on the 4 chord, but let's talk about what I'm doing. To keep it in rhythmical time, or whatever you want to say, to keep it in the feel, I'm striking the D string. This is my G note. Then I'm going to, middle finger is going to pluck this one. And we got those ringing over each other. It's really important. We're not separating them. Still cool, but not quite the same. We want... Then look at that. That first finger grabs that A with my pick. Then I, again, with my right hand, am striking the 4th string and the 2nd string with my pick finger combo and sliding back. So I think what we're kind of noticing here with some of these things is we're not always using the pick. Not always using the pick with these licks or ideas or rhythms, because what you're going to notice, you get different tones with various parts of your hand, the way you attack it, the way you approach it, the sensitivity and or the attitude behind the riff. Dynamics, you know. Now, what if I want to do a little bit of a feel that sounds just like this? And I've got another kind of classic sound. I'm using my middle finger to rake in an upward motion as I fret essentially what is a D major triad. Taking me back that one. Some nice play off the E. Using that pinky to extend out there. Look at that. E pentatonic. More that major sound. Back into that sound. Is I'm covering some classic kind of sounds and places, and we're working in regions of the guitar that get you into new territories and cover in a really cool style. So you know what, I'm going to play this out a little bit. I think the main thing to think about here is what we have for a rhythm, how we can manipulate between the 1, the 4, and the 5 with some classic kind of styles and some licks, and we can recap them really quick for you. Easy kind of a major sounding lick. Using various forms of pentatonic. And if you have any questions about where those are replayed, go to the website. We got all kinds of great information that cover this style, other styles, and a lot of those uses. So you know what? I will see you there, and I'll catch you next time, nextlevelguitar.com. Thank you so much.